Here, coming to you with another video. So I don't want to do too much in the beginning. I just want to jump right in so we could take advantage of this energy. I was about to do a whole nother reading. Like, these are the little props for it, and then something was just like, no, man, we need to do this reading. Okay, this is the tea. Let me take a cup of my tea. Let me take a sip of my tea. Definitely am picking up on there's someone that wants to speak to you, like the collective. I would not be surprised if the collective has been bombarded with, you know, not even just past people coming up, but just even thoughts of the past. Like, your ex is on your mind, you're just like, why? Okay, but anyway, we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay, if you want to look at a close-up of these, that'll be in the intro. Topic is going to be, how does your absence affect them? How has your absence felt? Okay, because at first I wanted to do a general, like, how has your absence felt, just period. But I think I want to go more in line with a specific person, so think about them. However, if it comes out more general, then it just comes out more general. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and pick intuitively, and I will see you guys at your pile. Pile 1. Damn. This isn't funny. So let me just tell y'all, let me set the vibe for y'all so y'all can get into it. When I first started pulling cards, as you see, I have like a setup here. This is your original card. And then I chose from the giant tarot deck, asked some questions, and then we got into like the nitty gritty, right? I'll go over it, right? But let me tell you, the vibe that I was off the bat getting. Some of you guys, this is a romantic interest, someone that you were in a relationship with. Now, if that's not the case, hold on, because I'm gonna tell you what happened towards the end. But I was getting a very strong, you were in a relationship with this person. And if you weren't in a relationship with this person has thought about you in that way, okay? There's some romance here. I don't care if it was a situationship and they was playing, what y'all was doing damn near was a relationship. That's what I'm picking up on, okay? Now, the tea, okay? The tea is, damn. Okay, so this is the thing. When I was first picking up on the energy, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go hard on this person, because at first I was getting a vibe that maybe the ending wasn't that bad. But then, I don't know, it almost seems like whoever you're asking about, I really believe they were taking advantage of your energy. So it's like, I can tell this so many different ways, but before I get ahead of myself, the other scenario that I was getting was, as I got to the end, because I asked in general too, just friendship, like a best friend or someone that you was cool with. Let me tell you, it really don't fucking matter, because everybody, the way this is coming through, everybody's feeling this the same way, okay? So it's a general, but then there's also a specific person. The King of Wands came out twice, so let me just tell you, we have the King of Wands, and I asked, like, how does your energy show up, okay? And, like, what does it provide? We got the King of Wands. And then I asked, like, how does your energy feel to this person, or just in general to people? We got the Strength card. A lot of fire energy, okay? Someone's name could be Brian here. And then, when I said, okay, what about the absence? Like, what happens when it's taken away? And we got the Lovers in reverse, the Seven of Wands upright, and the Hierophant. That to me already, you know, before we do a little deep dive, when people, if this person did you in a shady way, it's one thing to just separate, and if someone wants to break up but it was a clean breakup, you know, you can't just expect them, oh, they gonna pay for what they did, like, bitch, like, come on now. But no, this is like, if someone did something shady to you, or they were like using you, there's a lot of like one-sided conversation here. I would not be surprised if you were the person that this individual ran to for advice. People love to do that with you, pile one. People love to get your advice, your insight. A lot of you guys are very intuitive. Some of you guys are even into doing tarot. It's like you provide free services to this person. Like you're their personal counselor, their personal tarot reader, their personal shoulder to cry on. Like even if, like everybody's situation is going to be different, but even if this was a scenario where this person was a player or, you know, oh, okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't matter. It seems like no matter what was going on in this connection, this person always felt comfortable coming to you. I'm not saying that they treated you right for everybody, but it's always like this person loved to problem dump. Even just talking, there's a lot of communication here. Like you were their person to go to. I don't even know if some of you guys recognize just how influential you were in regards to speaking and the dialogue, the conversation. But the thing about this is, so this could have been a good thing. It's like, if there's an equal energy exchange, you know, this could be a good thing. But this person was almost like energy vamping on this. Now, of course, who knows? Did they do it on purpose, or was this just like a lack of maturity and spiritual development? I don't know. But I just see a lot of using you for your energy to get a boost. You're like that cup of coffee. I'm telling you, hold on. You're like that cup of coffee for this person. But it's like, what benefit does the coffee get? You're the only one getting the benefit, the drinker, okay? That's what this is giving me. If this is a friend, let me tell you why I don't like this. Whether this is a friend or a platonic or romantic situation, let me tell you why. I've had some people like this in my life. This is kind of triggering when we get into this. This is coming up in the way of, and I gotta really drive this point home so y'all can see, because they feeling this shit. You're felt, pile one. But this is the type of connection or the type of energy where you guys bring a lot of fun, right? King of Wands energy. Some of you guys are very adventurous. You're like an orange, okay? When I say an orange, like some of you guys, if you were to do a personality test, if you're into that, orange, okay? Others of you, you know what this just took me to? Let me tell you. You saw how my voice started going in and out, and that's crazy because, you know, the throat chakra, Taurus energy. This person was a Taurus. Let me tell you, back in the day, I had this friend, and a lot of people made fun of her, you know, for my black people, if you know, like darker complexion. I didn't understand that, you know, but, you know, she was darker, very chocolate, and, you know, she was also heavier set, and people would make fun of her, but, like, I was always nice to her. Like, she had a great personality. Like, honey, that's a whole nother thing, because people always, the girls that I would be hanging with, they were like mean girls, some of them, and they would always get mad when I was talking to certain people, because it's like, why are you talking to that lady, whatever. Like this one time, I'm taking my time with this, let me tell you. This one time, we were in, kids can be so fucking mean. We were in middle school, and the girl, I'm gonna just call her Saucy. So me and Saucy was cool, you know, we had a lot of classes together, and I told Saucy, you know, I'm not embarrassed of you. You're my friend. I'm not about to be embarrassed of you. So I was like, you're sitting with us. And she was like, no. I said, no, you're sitting with us. So I brought her to the table that, you know, of people that I always sat with, and they had the nerve to be like, what the fuck is she here for? Like, you know, some mean shit. And I said, she's sitting with us. I was like, I almost said her name. I was like, Saucy, sit. You're sitting with us. Period. Like, period. And it's crazy because there was a time where I wasn't really confrontational and you could just walk all over me. But obviously that shit didn't take a lot. I used to be very quiet. Just a lot. Like the one that always had to pray before. I mean, I still do that, but I always had to pray before my food. I didn't like confrontation. I didn't like when people argued. Like I was like the diffuser type shit, you know, and I still have that in me. But now it's like, it got to a point, was it the next year, where it was like, if someone had a problem with me, I'm coming to your class. Like, I like, you know, when people have homeroom, walk past the door, make sure they could see me, be like, oh, you know, do a little hand thing, which motions for you to ask your motherfucking teacher if you can go to the bathroom. But, because we're going to talk about this. Now, let me tell you. Anyway, anyway, that's what this is reminding me of. So this person, right, Saucy, I was very nice to her. I had no problem being her friend, but Saucy had this, in my opinion, I don't know, she saw me as light skinned. For my people that are black, you already know what I'm talking about when I talk about this. It's so dumb, but I think I'm brown skinned. But anyway, she had a complex, you know, it was just a lot. And she ended up being really mean to me. She ended up bullying me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, like, people bully you all the time. Not that she owed me anything, but it was just so crazy how this person ended up being like bullying me, or like trying to put me on blast in front of people, especially guys that they like me. Like, for example, she started turning into one of these friends where like, I really have to go into this because this is going to drive this point home. She turned into one of those friends where like, because when I wore contacts and like my weaves and whatever, if someone was like, oh, you got really pretty eyes, or oh, I love your hair, like you're beautiful, she's like, oh, those ain't hers. It's like, girl, who the fuck talking to you? I mean, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, yeah, they're not, you know. They were like, oh, okay, like it doesn't matter, like you're still beautiful. But it's like she was really like, listen, she was a hating ass bitch for real. But anyway, the reason why I brought that up is because some of you guys, when you come into people's life, that's what I was gonna say. When I came into her life, one of the things that I talked to her about, because she always had on a jacket and she would cover herself up, and I was like, show yourself, like you got, look at that shirt, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, show it. And she was super funny, I ain't gonna lie. So, and we were friends for a long time, like, you know, like good friends, until like I was just like, what the fuck, like she kind of got some shady ass ways, like what's the problem? And then she would always bring up my skin color. I'm like, why does that matter? And she was really bullyish. I'm sorry, I'm venting, but anyway, that King of Wands to me is representing someone that's like, look, like they bring the fire, they bring the punch, they bring the adventure. What you bring to people, whether it's romantic or platonic, is new energy that makes them think past what they've been doing. So whether it could be a romantic partner, like you'll be the type to go ice skating, or be like, hey, we should do a puzzle, or hey, we should do this, and whatever it is in their life, they haven't really had that before. Maybe you're the type of person that's not going to get mad if they're on the a video game. You're like, oh, I want to play with you, or you know, whatever energy you bring. Some of you guys are very independent. You have your own shit going on, regardless of whether you got codependent on this person in the future. But you just bring this very strong, confident, a vibrant energy, regardless of if you felt like that is very inspirational and very motivational when it comes to how it affects other people. Now, the reason why I'm driving this shit home is because if someone doesn't have a sturdy balance and you were to remove yourself, let's just hope and pray that they've learned how to have this confidence and this fearless attitude without you. But you bring sparkle, okay? You bring light into this person's life. You help them to see themselves. You see people, okay? And that's why you have a certain effect on people. I'm not gonna lie, regardless of who you guys are, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually have a lot of people that end up either falling in love with you, becoming obsessed, or end up always spinning the block. Not that that's a flex, but this is the type of energy, like you're that person where people come back in the future and they're like, damn, that was a really good friend, I shouldn't have treated them like that. Or damn, like they come back to you. People come back to you. Okay, girl, I'm like this close to going on a whole rant about this person, because oof, that pissed me off. It was so crazy. But yeah, so in that situation though, like talking about that, what happens with this energy, depending, like some of the things that I feel like can happen with y'all energy are people can start to compare themselves to you. They put you on a pedestal, so you come in and they see you, you know, and it's crazy, they see you in a way that you don't see yourself. So depending on who it is, if they're insecure, they may start to, like I was talking about with Saucy, they may start to compare themselves, I don't know, bully, like do certain things. It's like a weird dynamic. I know someone's gonna understand what I'm saying, but it's like, it's almost like that fabulous energy turned sour because the person's base was already insecure and shaky. Not that we're judging, because we all done been there, right? Now, how that can translate for a romantic interest is the same way. There's almost like this this, I don't know why I keep getting this energy, because like with Saucy expected me to be there. I was very loyal to Saucy, and I was always there no matter what, like regardless of how she was treating me, which was bad on my part. But you know, I would always like say, you know, make excuses and things like that. And some of you guys have a tendency to do that. You have a loyalty. You provide a loyalty, a sense of spunk to people. So certain people and most people will begin to take you for granted. Okay, they expect you to be here. Whoever this person is, they expected you to be here. Okay, you see all those birds? It didn't matter how many birds was behind this person, how many family members, friends, hoes this person had. At the end of the day, you were the person that kept them grounded, because with you, feet on the ground, looking in your eyes, regardless of, you know, the dynamic of the situation, whether they cheated or whether they was a hoe, I can see that. But what I'm saying is, you were the safe place. I would not be surprised if this is romantic, if y'all were really good to this person, because like this is taking me to another situation. I ain't gonna go on a rant, but if y'all were really good to this person, very pure, you were really trying to do different in this connection, come very truthful, show more of your feminine side or sensitive side, things like that, and they just honey, okay, did you in. I really gotta drive it home, because honey, when I talk about how this affects them, bitch, how this affects honey. Anyway, moving on to the strength card. So I said, like, what do you provide to people? You provide them this strength card: confidence, growth, a different perspective, a boost. You help people become resilient. So when you're in people's lives, the effect that you have, you guys could be that person. Like I said, when I was telling her, like, you know, take off your jacket, like, so what? Show your shirt, like you wore it for a reason. You don't always have to wear that. I'm like, look at your hair, it looks fabulous. You look the fuck good, okay? Your skin is clear. She had beautiful skin. I'm like, you look good, period. You know, and that's what I think you provide. So even if this is a romantic interest, you were their cheerleader, you were their person. Some of you guys did play a little bit of a pick-me role, but it's okay, honey, because you love this person. And you were just like, you know, very inspirational. You provide a lot of inspiration, regardless of whether they noticed it before, which I could tell they did not. That's what you bring. When you remove yourself from people's lives, the Lover's in reverse. It is, honey, I want to say it's detrimental, but it's almost like, why did I just see a Kit Kat bar breaking in half? The balance is gone. I'm not trying to say y'all are the end all be all, but you're like the puzzle piece. You're like that last piece for a lot of people, for whatever reason. I don't know if they're distorting who you are, but a lot of people feel very entitled to you. It's like when you come around, because of how your nature is, you make people feel like they're the only one that you are focused on. You make them feel like they're like the best person in the world. You hype them up. Like, it almost reminds me of like when someone gets very territorial over a certain friend because they know how good their friend is. Or let's say you make this romantic interest feel some type of way. You're very understanding, very compassionate. You might even coddle them a little bit. You know, it's almost like a fix me type of energy. And, you know, they appreciate it, but they take it for granted, but they also start to become so attached to it that they just feel like you'll never leave. They would never leave me. They love me too much. It's like this, I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, with this Lover's card, people become very entitled to you. So when you remove yourself, actually remove yourself, it is like low-key, high-key devastating. Now, for some of you guys, a lot of the times, the devastation is not felt, I don't want to say it. Like, let's say if we were talking about an 8-month period, it would not be felt in the first month or 2 months. It would be felt at that last minute, like the 8th month, okay? People have to sit on this because a lot of people get so reliant on your energy, and they misuse you. And it's almost like that vibe where it's like you're just expected to go with the flow. So even after a separation, especially if you guys have taken this person back or, you know, made up with them a lot of times, they're not thinking that you're really gone. A lot of people don't realize you're gone until like a year later or 8 months later, because they still be in this facade. You ever had somebody like that where you told them like, I'm fucking, like, I'm done with you, but it's like, because y'all been on this back and forth for so long, you know, can we blame them? They don't think you're really done. It's 2 months in, 6 months in, oh, you know, we went a long time before. Like, they just really trying to home it in right now. I know Power One ain't done with me, you know, because you've always been there. You've been their rock. Like, they felt like they, I don't want to say they owned you, but they felt very entitled to you. You were theirs. Very possessive energy. Whether they meant it to be like that, you were like their best kept secret. Like, you were like theirs. Okay, a lot of you guys were very faithful to this person, even if they were not faithful to you. So when time really rolls around and goes on, and they start to see, especially if they see you with other people, honey, honey, OV, okay? So look at this. We got the Lovers, the Seven of Wands, and the Hierophant. So I will say, for a lot of you guys, you are this person that's meant to come in, and obviously we talk about the karma, you know, what role you play, and I really feel like you guys come through to test people's morals. Like, you help people grow morally, in a sense, because a lot of people, once they mistreat you and you're really gone, they really start to feel so bad about themselves, and they really start to transform how they view their company, how they view themselves, and it can really lead to a change. Ooh, it just came to me. Let me tell you something. I don't genuinely believe that a lot of people have this energy. Like, I don't think this is a everybody energy. Some people just have that effect on people where it's like you ever heard somebody say, like, okay, or let's say if someone was like, okay, well, if, you know, if I hurt Susie, that's whatever. Like, I just hurt Susie, but with Ann, you just don't hurt Ann, you know, because Ann is like, people know you're a good person. You shouldn't want to hurt anybody, but you just have this purity about you where it really hits people different when they realize how they fucked you over, okay? Because of who you are. And a lot of that has to do with just you, but also the spiritual backing that you have on you. This is deep, girl. Let me tell you, with this Seven of Wands, this is reminding me, I would not be surprised if this person that you guys are asking about, if you came to this reading for someone specific, if they've tried to reach out to you. It hurts them so bad when you do not respond to them, or when they realize that they cannot get to you. And I would not be surprised if this almost comes into a harassing type of energy where you're just like, why the fuck don't they get it? You are their lesson. You are meant to really help people elevate. Now, whether they elevate or not is totally up to them, but morally, you make people really question. Like, once you leave people's lives, there's this real long, strong question about how they're living, their goals. Like, you're an inspiration, but it's so hard to articulate, because once you leave, life gets hard. I'm not gonna lie, life gets really hard. But in the long run, what you're teaching this person is to be their own power source. It's like, once people, this is the thing, sometimes you meet people and this goes well, but if the person does not have their own power source, because it's one thing if we both feed off of each other's energy, it's a even energy exchange. But once God feels like this person is sucking the life out of you, and it's more like they're just taking your juice. Oh my God, I hate when I have that visual. Have y'all ever seen Sausage Party? I'm sorry, I didn't want to go there. But y'all remember the juice box? And he like, y'all know what I'm talking about? He like sucked all the juice out. That was a very triggering and very disgusting scene. Like, I was like in awe. That whole movie had me in awe when I first saw it. I'm like, bitch, I thought this was a kid's movie. It wasn't. But anyway, once that is known to the ethers, a lot of shit will start to happen. And I feel like the separation will also be very harmful for you, or not harmful, will be very hurtful to you, because you're like, why does it seem like everything is trying to rip me apart from this person? But that's your people coming through, like, okay, we didn't let you do this long enough, it's time to get the fuck, okay? But anyway, moving into the cards. So how your absence affects this person with this dialogue, right? This is a whole card, like, from a different deck. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why. I probably would have never found that card if I didn't get into this deck. We haven't used this deck in a while. What is this? The Golden Tarot. But this card was actually found inside, and I had to use it for you guys. Look at that dialogue. Honey, I don't give a fuck who this person talks to. I don't give a fuck if they got other friends. They don't talk to them how they talk to you. Like, a lot of y'all know shit that a lot of people don't know about this person. And I could hear somebody say, like, that's really hard for me to believe, P, because this, especially if they were like, you know, going around slutting, it's almost like you think that this person has probably told their story the way they've told you to a lot of other people. They might have had an ex that knows what you know, but that ex was someone that was very prominent. So for you to come along and them to feel like they could talk to you, that was big. But no, they don't just talk to any old everybody how they talk to you. Ugh. They don't, it's like, I don't have nobody to talk to. Who am I supposed to talk to? Who am I supposed to talk to? Something else that I picked up on too, now this part's not going to be for everybody, but their family, like if y'all had a situation where their family knew who you were, or, you know, you used to go around their family, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, they give this person heat about that. You know, like I said, depending on how the situation is, that could look like their mom being like, I can't believe you played that girl, like, damn. Or it could just look like, hey, Saucy, you talk to Paige? I really like Paige. How you know, whatever the fuck, girl. It's just like your name, like this person cannot just forget you. People always have a tendency to bring you up. And let me tell you what else happens to this person. Ooh-wee. What's y'all names? Something about you, let me tell y'all. Some of y'all, this is kind of manipulative, but ooh, I always tell my sister. Sometimes when you're with somebody and you introduce them to new things, once they come across that thing, they always think about you, okay? So for example, if you, like I used to put coconut oil all the time on, okay? Introduce certain people to coconut oil, and then later on they would tell me, like, every time I smell coconut oil, I think of you, like something like that. So there's something that you did, whether you did it on purpose or not, or whatever the fuck, it's like a song that your energy is so strong that when they think about this song, it automatically goes to you. It doesn't matter who else has brought this song up to them. It's like it always goes to you. Y'all can have a specific scent. Y'all can have a specific car. Like every time they see a fucking Altima, think of you. You know how many people got a fucking Altima? Like, y'all name. I don't know what your name is, but some of you guys, you have a very common name. That's being, that is, being used or said in a show that might be popular right now. So what I'm trying to tell you is this person, and this could be a part of their karma, I don't know why this is coming through, but I feel like there's this strong vibe of you're not gonna forget them. Oh, you think you're gonna forget Part 1? Now this is about to haunt you. You're gonna hear their name, you're gonna see them symbols, you're gonna see all of this, okay? There was this one, oh, I don't want to talk, I'm not gonna talk about him, never mind. Fuck it. We don't want to give him no limelight, but trust and believe. Whatever it is, it could be anything. You can introduce people to spirituality, to tarot. You could tell people like about your symbology. Like I'm very symbolic with animals, and be like, anytime you see a cat, you think of me, or anytime you see a dove, you know, really talking about anything. Once you're connected to that item, honey, that's it. This person's always going to remember you when they see whatever that is. And something about that is haunting them, okay? Some of you guys were born around Halloween, or something could have happened around Halloween. There could have been a separation. Oh, let me tell you, how your absence is felt too. This person, they almost become so frantic that before they hit rock bottom with this energy, they will try their best to mimic it. So they will try to find people. Oh, wow. This is giving Kanye when he had, what was that girl's name? When he was dressing her up like Kim and stuff like that. I would not be surprised. This is the type of individual that will try to find someone that looks like you. Like if you're tall, they'll make sure they're taller. They might favor you, or they might do something similar to you. They might talk like you. They like to try to find people that can mimic you, that can fill that spot, even though no one's ever you, which they always find out, which makes them really miss you even more. And it really drives the point home and brings them lower into the depths of sadness. But it's like, that's what they try to find. what you did for them, whether it's an activity or whatever the fuck, they like to try to remake that, whether it's through people, them going out and doing stuff. It's a lot of pretend energy to me. It may have honest intentions at first to meet people, but it's almost like you're that drug for this person. You brought a specific high, a specific euphoria, and there's not really another substance or another you that could do that. So they're always searching for this high. Damn. It's almost like they're shooting up. It's almost like they're like always searching for this high, but they're never able to get it. Damn. Damn. Should have had a motherfucking beat. Okay. 3 of Swords. Let me show you. Dialogue. We got the 3 of Swords clarified by the King of Wands. That's crazy. We got King of Wands twice. The High Priestess in reverse. 6 of Swords. Ooh, 10 of Wands over here. Let me tell you. The thing about y'all tried to tell this person what was up. Let me pause my camera and restart so I can keep going. My bad. I didn't want to have to rush, but let me tell you, this person's hard-headed, okay? I'm not trying to say that y'all know everything, but the thing about this with this High Priestess in reverse, y'all really tried helping this person. Y'all really tried, and y'all really gave this person chances. And I don't know what you told them, but there's something that you said that would happen to them, or something that you said that they would realize that they might have took as a joke then. But honey, they are feeling it fucking now. 10 of Wands. They are feeling it now. There's a lot of, dang, she was right. Dang, he was right. Damn, I can't believe this is where I'm at. Damn, like, they really was a good friend. Like, it's almost like, I mean, think about it. Because there was a time where when I was young, I had, you know, we love, my women, we love to say, oh, you gonna regret how you treated me. You know, we love to say that. Because, honey, when we say that, we drive it home, bitch. And when I was younger, he laughed in my face. But, honey, the way I haunt this nigga now, fuck him. But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Because with this type of energy, think about it. If people are not aware of just how bright your energy is, like they can't really, I don't know the right word. It's like they feel it, obviously, because they feel like they want to, you know, be around you. But it's almost like if they don't know how to handle it, or if they're just not aware of how precious it is, I feel like y'all know what I'm trying to say. But let me tell you, what's going to end up happening, in my opinion, is that instead of them feeling like, instead of them being able to distinguish and be like, that's pile one's energy, they're like, I could find another friend. You know, I could find another bitch. I could find another sneaky link or whatever the fuck, right? I could find another, but they cannot. They cannot. It's a knockoff. Where did you just go? Babe. It's a knockoff. I was about to start comparing designers. But that's what it's giving. Ooh, let me not say what I was about to say. I ain't gonna say that. But anyway, it's a knockoff. The thing about Shore, let me tell you the thing about this. This is crazy, yo. The thing about y'all absence and how it's felt. And I want to be sensitive to people that have gone through any type of addictions, and you know, if you do struggle with certain, you know, the hardcore drugs, I want to be sensitive, but I want to really compare. I don't want to compare because it's not the same, but it, like the analogy wise, because there was a show that I was watching, and it's like a YouTube show where he goes around and he talks to people about their addictions, and then the people that are addicted, they tell their story about how it happened and what it feels like and how it's this high that they're always chasing. And that's why I always tell people, you can't just tell somebody, oh, if you love your family, you'll stop doing that. It's deeper than that. Like, this is like, it's an addiction. Like, you know, the chemicals in the brain, it's just so much that happens when you become addicted. That's the type of vibe that you have on this person. So they're always searching. It's like a restless energy, you know. They feel it very deeply, your absence, but if it gets too deep, they don't like to sit there. They're gonna try to find something to supplement. It's a cycle of missing you, possibly reaching out, having this delusion of, you know, they're still here, they're still gonna take me back, realizing then that you're not, going through this reflection period where they're like, damn, you know, they were right about this, or I should have done this. Feeling the pain, being bitter, maybe even very resentful, vindictive, you know, trying to put the blame on you. Then getting into this vibe where they're like, you know what, fuck them, I'm about to go out, you know, and do me, I'm gonna show them. So they try to find, you know, all these different supplements, whether it's an activity or a person, but then they realize, you know, it helps for a little bit. Six of Swords, it helps get them over with that Six of Swords. But you know, after the Six of Swords, we have the Seven of Swords. It helps them, you know, have that relief at that time, and they think it's gonna work. They really play the part. This person, let me tell you, they are a love bomber. This person, I would not be surprised if they're love bombing people at this time, because it's almost like that vibe of they just want to feel something, so they come into people and they're love bombing them, and then they end up hurting those people because the energy seems so genuine. It seems so romantic, or, you know, whatever the fuck, if it's platonic, and then the other person ends up getting hurt, but then they just throw that person away. They're like, oh, because they realize, like, it's really not you. It's really not you. And then they end up what? Feeling all over again with this Ten of Wands, going back into this regretful state, feeling just low, sad, depressed, okay? And then the cycle repeats. Just like how I just said, it's the same cycle every time. It repeats. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Say it with me down below, Pile 1. Damn. Not that it's funny, but I'm just saying. Dang, dang, dang. So let's keep going. Girl. Let me see. That's fucking nuts. My phone just went off. Let me see. Someone here could be born on the 2nd. Someone's name could be Ivy. You could have witch in your name, like in your Instagram tag or like your YouTube tag. But let's see. How is your absence felt? I'll let it come out. 1 or 2. How is your absence felt? The thing about this too, whoever these people are, person is, whoever you came here for, the feelings are here. I'm not saying that you should take them back, because I don't think you should be even around this person. Let them feel what they feel, and they need to deal with that shit. But you know, it's totally up to you, of course. But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of emotion here. But let me tell you, a lot of people, how can I say this? These people, this is not just a I'm sorry energy, and I totally understand why Power 1 is doing this. No, they feel betrayed when you go. Even though it makes total sense why you're not around, they feel so betrayed. They go, when they feel that bitterness that I told you, because they kind of go up and down. Once they get into that bitter, resentful energy, honey, for some of y'all, they be out for blood, okay? Not literally, but it's almost like, I just thought of the Pooh Shiesty song. Like, they're like, I'm gonna get them back. I wouldn't be surprised if they start posting people all over their page, making sure you hear about it. It's petty as fuck for some of y'all. Honey, hurting themselves. This is crazy. Anyway. So basically, I feel like whoever does you dirty, they can actually turn into like an enemy type of energy towards you. But they're always going to come back to the love, so to say, regardless of if it's a friend or whoever, right? But I do want to just drive home that point. When they get to that bitter, resentful energy, they can, depending on who we're talking about here, they can get real shady, okay? They can get real shady. So we have, I see that you are here and I am glad. Wow. You see all those ghosts back there? You haunt this person. I'm sorry, it's not funny. But for some of you guys, I ain't gonna lie. Come on, we can talk about it here. Some of y'all like, damn, that's what they get. You can always feel me, bitch. What did Cardi B say? You be for me, we be for forever. Like, that's what this is giving. So I see that you are here and I am glad, okay? Whoever this is, the way they feel about you, they hold very tight to your memory. And the thing about that is, I do feel like some of them distort it, but this is where the delusion comes from. Some of you guys, how this will manifest is, it's just a simple fact that they're reaching out to you. You're like, the all motherfucking audacity. Why is this person continuing to reach out to me? Some of y'all might even have a restraining order on this person or be thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie. But it's like, it's because the way they're holding on to your memory, for some of y'all, they're holding on to a memory that happened so long ago. So much has changed and you're just like, damn, why are they still living at that time? They're like still holding on to the memories of when you guys were a thing and when you guys were in a good place, or when you actually had the feelings for them and maybe you were on the end where you were more of like the codependent one, or the one that was putting more into the connection. They hold on to that. That's all they got. Oh shit. Let me see what this book say real quick. That's crazy, yo. Now my back hurting. This person could have a back tattoo or one on their shoulder, their left shoulder. They could have a lot of tattoos, actually. Someone could be from California here, Florida. Someone could be a Sag. They don't have to be, y'all, but this is what's coming to me right now. So someone could have just hit the chat and been like, it's time to call out my energy. All right, give me a second. Oh, okay. Appreciating the presence of another is the equivalent of offering a plant water and sunlight. See also, I love you. Okay. So this person, regardless of when they get into that real bitter ass energy, this person does. I really do think for some of you guys, this person does love you. Now listen, I'm not saying they love you and you need to go back. I'm just saying, like, something about y'all energy, people love you when you're gone. That's when they really realize that they love you. Let me just ask, how does this person currently feel about my pile one? This person, depending on where they're at in this, like, I want to kind of see how they feel right now. And I want to see like what peak or what low point they're at. Like with that flow that we just talked about. Let's see. How does this person currently feel? We have the Wheel of Fortune. This person could actually be in another connection. So I feel like the point where they're at now, it's funny, I'm sorry. Remember how I told you they'll try to seek other people, places, things to supplement? And I do feel like it's meant for that to happen so that they can, it's not just for you. Like this person also has to grow on their own journey, but there's a lot of fated stuff happening where it's like they're meeting people, they're going out. One thing that I will say that you have helped contribute to is allowing them to try to seek. I don't like the fact that they're just seeking things because they're trying to get over you, but what is going to eventually happen for this person is they'll go seeking and then they might find other ways of healing besides this. Like, you know, it's just going on a journey. You might start that journey for one reason. For example, like let's say someone broke up with you. So, you know, you start searching for videos, how to get over this person. You come across the no contact. You started that for some of y'all where it's like, yeah, you want to do the no contact, but really it's because you wanted them back. That was the main goal. It was like, I want to show them, I want them back, so I'm gonna do this no contact. But then what ends up happening once you finish the no contact, you got your confidence back, you feeling the fuck good. Now it's like the goal is to just stay the fuck away from them. You're like, I came in for this reason, but something else came out of it. I feel like that's the vibe here. It's like they go searching for one reason, but eventually something else might come out of it that will help them to progress past this phase, okay? But they're never gonna find another you. So let's see. Six of Wands. How do they currently feel about you? They think you're doing really good right now. For some of them, very proud of you and even waiting on you. This person, the Hierophant, okay. Whoever this is, regardless of the fact, they think you're doing stellar. Like you guys are very successful to this person. They look up to you. I do think they want to be with you. Some of you guys are already in another connection. This person could also be in another connection. They see that. There's jealousy there, but there's also this feeling. I don't know why this person, although they know, they still feel like you belong to them. So there is just this delusional waiting, or just this Seven of Pentacles is so delusional to me right now. It's like this constant waiting for something that's probably not going to come up, or for something that has long gone. But this person is not comfortable with letting you go. They have not let you go just yet. I would not be surprised that this person is trying to bolster their life, their credentials, and whatever it is that they got going on, so that if you do come back around, or if there's ever a chance that you take a glimpse in their direction, that they have something to show for it, okay? This person wants to kind of brag to you about how they're doing, because they see how good you're doing, all right? They spy on you a lot. There was something else I wanted to say. 7 of Pentacles. Wow, this person, honey, the way you affect this individual, they'll lay up with other people, but they're still thinking about you. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. Okay, there was something else I wanted to ask. 7 of Pentacles. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The 6 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Yeah, they really want to talk to you. Be careful with this energy, because some of them, they can be very manipulative, and they'll try to find different avenues, possibly that have to do with money, or picking up their stuff from your house, or asking you questions that only you would know. Like, hey, I just wanted to ask you, you remember when, you know, back in the day where, remember we did that project together? Do you remember like what it was about? I'm just doing a different, you know, thing right now. And it's like, bitch, you could have sat there and thought that through before you came to me. But it's like, there's something that connects y'all, where it's like, if they wanted to say, hey, you know, I left my my nail clippers at your house, you know, I want to know if I could pick those up, whatever the fuck it is, okay? Or like telling you about, oh, hey, do you mind if I put you as a, oh, someone definitely did this, I felt that strong. Hey, do you mind if I put you as a reference? You know, I know we're not cool right now, but you have been someone that I spent a lot of time with. Just some bullshit, girl. Be careful, okay? They have other intentions. But yes, pile 1, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below. Okay, pile 2. This one is not as clear as pile 1. This is kind of muddy, okay? So stick with me. Let me just start off by talking about the scenarios, because I want to come on here and be like, pile 2, are you the drama? Or are they the drama? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, because I have to remember, not everybody that's watching this video is the person that got done wrong. Some of you are actually the person that did the wrongdoing, okay? Or the person that's looked at as the bad guy. I'm not saying that you guys are, but maybe you put yourself first, and you're like, you know, I understand that, you know, you love me and we've been together for a while, but things have changed. I want to do something else. And this person, I don't know, there's like this vibe where I ain't gonna lie, like this pile has an enemy vibe. Like, not you guys, but the energy that's coming through, like you're the enemy. Let me tell you why though. Stick with me. So these are scenarios that I was picking up on, what I just told you, but also another thing is, you guys are commonly misjudged, okay? You can come out, not that I'm saying anything is wrong with this, but you can, like, a lot of people will perceive you as a Queen of Cups type of energy, when really you're a Queen of Wands. Or actually, let me not even say that, because I'm not going to even put a limit on you guys. But just for whatever reason, with this energy that I'm picking up on, there seems like there was this, I just heard misguiding of information, like where someone thought you was soft, someone thought you were very timid, someone thought you were very, even emotional, very sensitive, maybe even not so confident, because the Queen of Cups isn't coming through as, you know, the Queen of Cups where I can talk about it in a very like highlight. It's coming through as more of a victim mentality, or more of the shy girl in the corner that a lot of people forget may have another side. So I don't know who this is. For some of you guys, I do feel like this could be a platonic type of vibe, where this could be a friend group, but it doesn't have to be. I will say, like, there's something real messy about this pile. But regardless of whether you are the player, playee, or if you're just that person that a lot of people, what's the word? Count out. Like, they count you out before they count you in. They forget that you're that bitch. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. It's almost giving me like, your energy is so humble that people forget that you have that side to you. People forget, like, you could be that person that's very quiet, but people don't know you actually have hands. Like, don't fucking come over here with that shit, okay? I'm cool, calm, and collected, but I can't get there. Like, I don't want to just say you're a double-edged sword. That's so crazy. This was one of your cards. We have hot and cold, extreme inconsistency. It's just so weird, pile 2, and I don't want you to get offended. I'm gonna talk to you I know I'm gonna be honest, but depending on where you fall in this, I really think this could apply to all of you guys. There's like a blurry line here. Because even if you're the person that people look at as the underdog, it's almost like, this is the thing. You could be very attractive and people could see your potential possibly before you see it, and then they exploit it. Like, I could see where a lot of people have thrown dirt, or like, not even just throw dirt. It's like, if you were like the sun, they like to come through and kind of like be, I don't want to say it. Y'all know what I'm trying to say? What's the phrase? Not even throw dirt on my name. It's almost like, if you're the one that's shining in the room, they have to dim the light. If you're the one, like, it's almost like your energy is packing a punch that you have not really recognized yet. Or at the time where you were involved with this person, you didn't recognize it. It almost reminds me, I don't know why, and I hate that energy, is bringing me back to when I went to BMT. I was actually a very quiet individual, but people took that as a threat. Oh, she doesn't want to be friends with us. She's okay with herself. Who is she? Like, it's just some weird shit. Whoever this is, they're just weird. Like, real shit. I'm standing up for y'all. They weird as fuck. Like, for real. Because it's almost like, the reason I don't like this energy is because, well, at the end of the day, I have to hold y'all accountable, you know. There were some insecurities that I'm picking up on your end, or even just, you guys just didn't know, you know, you didn't know. You're very humble. So what people see on you, you didn't really see on yourself. This is giving me the energy. Okay, let me say it like this, because I know some of you guys are mothers, fathers, you know, or someone's daughter, whatever the fuck, right? So there were a lot of things that I did not understand growing up, that I did not really, you know, get answers to. Like, I had to go to my mom and be like, Mom, like, why are these girls picking with me? Like, real shit. And not even trying to be in a victim mentality. I was just like really naive as fuck. I'm like, why are they messing with me? Like, I haven't said shit. Everybody's mad because the boys talk to me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn about them. I'm here to make money. It was at my job. I'm like, I'm here to make money. Like, they just cool. Like, I'm cool. Like, what's the problem? And, you know, I had the tomboy type of attitude. Like, I more so would rather be around a bunch of, you know, ninjas versus a bunch of bitches. You know what I'm saying? No offense, y'all. No offense to my women, just saying. But yeah, it was like always an issue. And my mom like explained it to me. She was like, well, Paige, you're very pretty. I'm like, she's just my mom, you know, but she's like, you're pretty, you're smart, you can articulate yourself, you have different dimensions to you. And a lot of people don't like that. That's a threat to a lot of people. I'm like, but why? I'm like, they're pretty too. That always got to me. Like, it used to hurt my feelings. I'm like, they're pretty too. The fuck? Bitch, you can have them. I don't even want this man. I don't even want this man. But that's the type of vibe it's giving. It's giving, like, for my moms, have you ever seen a child, or like for any of y'all, have y'all ever, like, if you're a senior and, you know, you got the freshmen, like, there was this girl that I would see as a freshman, and she would always get picked on. Like, you know, she stood her ground, but bitches was always picking on her. And as a senior, I could see why. She was very pretty, but she was actually really shy. And I don't think she recognized just what she kind of exuded, or what, I don't want to say what was coming off of her, but how a lot of people, I don't want to say how people perceived her, but she just really had a it girl type of energy. And I could see that from that perspective of looking and be like, okay, I see why they be picking with her. Like, they shouldn't be, but I know it's because she's actually very, very pretty. And yeah, like, bitches be hating, just all types of stuff, right? That's the type of vibe that y'all have. So depending on who we're talking about here, it's kind of all the same gist, but it's almost like people can exploit your energy, or people can, like, if they're used to being the baddest bitch in the room, if you come around, even if you're not acting like the baddest bitch, even if you're like, I don't give a damn, like, I'm just here in the corner sitting quiet, it's like, it's the simple fact that even when you're quiet, you still get noticed. So y'all can make a lot of enemies or just a lot of haters off the bat. I would not be surprised if y'all have came into a room, ain't said shit, you're just there to do what you need to do, but people give you attention. You take the attention off of people. And this is even romantically. Ooh, People don't want to talk about this, but romantic partners can also be jealous. When you come around, the effect that you have is like, people like to put you in a box. We talk about this all the time, Pile 2. And the reason why I have to drive this home is because once we get down here to how it's felt, it'll help clear it up. Because this is actually a very foggy pile, but it's starting to make sense now that I'm talking about it. There's so much competitive energy here. Like, what the fuck? Because when your absence is gone, I'm not necessarily getting this sad ass energy. Like, I mean, there is sadness here, but it's more so giving me like a, people be wishing, it's not funny, Pile 2, but people be like, I can't wait till they fail. Like, people be wanting you to fail, low key, high key. Like, real shit. Like, people, like, there's a lot of energy around people doubting you and thinking that you're not really gonna be much without them, or that you're not gonna really recognize your power. But for whatever reason, where you guys are right now, some of y'all have really, you're like, whoa. Honey, when I had that breakthrough, when I started to really realize my energy, I mean, I'm still growing, but I was like, damn, now I see why motherfuckers was trying to keep me down. I've been a threat. I've been a threat. That's what you got to start to see. You've been a threat. And the moment that you notice like who you are, the crown is there, shine. That was like my breathing on the crown. Then you know, you hit the once you notice, it's OV. And that puts people in this energy. We got the death card here. I'm sorry, I didn't even tell y'all what these cards are. Just give me a second because I got to flow with this. It almost puts people in this energy where they have this big ass plan, this big ass plot of what your life is going to be, how they can dim you and things like that, but it fails. It's almost like when I look at this death card, I'm thinking about someone who, they had a plan, but then it almost just like, it just, the plan died. It just, once you remove yourself, it's like, I don't know, it's like the spark is gone. It's coming through, it's very prideful. This is so weird because I was thinking that we were gonna have more romantic type of stuff, but no, the way this is coming through is like you pop this person's ego. Like once you leave, or once you have left this, your power has really been recognized. I really think this is a general pile, like where it's like just not one specific person, but it's like, you're like a ego buster. Like you really make people feel salty as fuck. I'm sorry, like people are really feeling salty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me explain. Let me explain. So anyway, so how I did this setup, because I gotta really like, I'm gonna take my time, honey. How I did this setup was I asked, what is your energy, right? And some of you guys might have been drawn to pile 1 because I accidentally said pile 1 at first and the Queen of Cups came out. Then I took it and then I asked, I was like pile 2, and then the Queen of Wands came out, but I still read that as that might have been your energy. So for your energy, I have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So overall, I think you guys are very, you could be somewhat of a paradox, a dichotomy, okay? Something that someone like me or other people that also have this energy and understand that people are multi-dimensional, multifaceted will understand, but others that have a very limited way of thinking, you know, they think very black and white, you become a problem. You become a problem, a threat. Don't ask me why. I try to explain it the best I can, but I don't know. When you don't go with the crowd, it's an issue. You're the outlier. Anyway, obviously that is your main card. And then I had asked, like, how is your energy felt? This is when I get into, because I already know y'all some bad bitches, some bad ninjas. But let me tell you, for a lot of you guys, there has been a tendency to, you know, you could struggle with anxiety, join a club. You could be an overthinker. You could, it almost seems like when you're around these energies, the solar plexus is very not active. Like it's not balanced. It's not giving self-assured. It's not giving my self-esteem is high. It seems like these are people that you meet in very vulnerable times that show up as friends or people that you could trust, but then you find out like these motherfuckers is shady as hell, but you find out later. It's almost like these energies have been met during times of vulnerability and they kind of filled a gap that maybe at that time seemed genuine, but now that you're looking back at it, you're like, you's a bitch, say, but you're shady, like you're a problem. So let me tell y'all, This is what was so interesting to me. They'll see your energy as this, and then there's the Ace of Wands. I don't know who you guys are, and I get this energy, okay? I get it. I can resonate with that. But I don't know if it's just how people perceive you, or if there's just this energy of a lack of confidence. But when people see you nervous and questioning yourself, they like to sit on that, or this is what they take with them. So they end up doubting you, or they end up putting you in this box where they kind of take away the actual potential that you have. It's like the underdog energy. But then when you pop out, that's a huge threat. It's like the quietest person in the room. You gotta watch them. You always gotta watch the quietest person. It's like how people view you is, or how your energy is viewed. I think you guys are actually very smart. Some of y'all could even be, you know, call yourself a little genius. It's like Gemini energy. It's almost giving me like some Kanye energy. Not that I'm comparing y'all. Very smart. You have very different ideas. You have a lot of potential. People see that. So regardless of who these people are, their intentions, they see that. They just feel like there's just this vibe of they're so anxious, or they're so like insecure, and I don't get why, because they're actually very smart. So people see your light. I'm like, they see it. They see your light before you, and instead of trying to help you to realize that, or, you know, really, what's the word? Because it's not their job, but to really help you kind of come into your own and be like, hey, like, be that supportive friend. Nah, they just exploit it. They don't want you to notice that. These are people that like the limelight, or they like the attention. They don't like that you have the attention. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and that was another thing. The World card came out, how your energy is felt. You guys have a very, I'm getting like a Marilyn Monroe, Rihanna, Beyonce. It's giving that. It gives a Denzel. And what I mean by that is just, I don't know, some of you guys may have platforms. You could be, I don't know, famous. You could have a social following. You guys just have this it factor to where people just want to be around you. You know, you can steal the attention. You guys are very gifted. You guys are very blessed. Some of you guys, well, not some of you guys, but very smart energy. When people actually, what did Shawnee say in that thing? She was like, check my resume or something like that. Like, if people was to run down what you've done in life, it's like they see you as only this 9 or this 8 of swords. But if they were to really see your background, honey, you've done a lot. Like, you actually have a lot of credentials and a lot of things going for you, and a lot of things that you've achieved, that when people find this out, it's like, whoa. It really just comes down to, I don't know why people doubt you, but that's the first thing that they end up doing. They confuse your sweet, innocent nature, or just that Queen of Cups energy, and they assume that to be weak. But little do they know, like, no, bitch, like, I was just trying to be cool, you know, but now that you're on my bad side, now I'm gonna have to pop out on that ass, okay? I don't know, but for others of you, I'm not gonna lie. Going back into this, like, this jealous nature, y'all, I really have to hold this in. Y'all gotta let me know who y'all is. Do y'all have social media platforms? Or do you have businesses, makeup? Because this energy right here is jealous of you. There's a very big jealousy around what you do, the attention that you give, the mystery that you give off, the sex appeal that you have. I don't care if it's a platonic or romantic person, there's jealousy here. If this is, or if this does have to do with a romantic partner, this person's friends actually have a crush on you. They talk about you, they look at you. And if this person is a romantic interest of the past, and they were like mean to you or like trying to belittle you, I would not be surprised, because whoever this is, they have an issue with you getting attention. So they have tried to switch up the narrative. They have tried to take the attention off of you. Depending on who this person is and how shady they are, that's gonna look different. Kind of a possessive energy, but also, even if this was a friend, it's like, who the fuck are these people? Shadies, the shadies. It's like we got this ringleader and then we got the followers. It's like, what's going on? Another thing that I was gonna say is this person, wow, this is like real petty. Where you guys are at now, I talked about this, I think, in one of my other readings. I can't remember, but, oh, it's on Patreon. It's on Patreon. It's the Level Up reading. But someone was trying to spread rumors around y'all. Like, there's been a lot of trying to spread rumors, or maybe even talking down on y'all. Like, let's say you were in a very vulnerable spot. Let's say, for example, you had a friend. They saw you at a very vulnerable time, maybe even a weak time in life, where you just going through it and just, you know, falling apart, life in shambles. So that's the narrative that they like to spread about you, because this person hasn't really seen you in a position where you were so weak and vulnerable. And they're probably someone that's always in a victim mentality, but you know, they finally got, it's like, oh, Pile 2 is finally in this energy I could dominate. Like, I don't like this, okay? So it's like exploiting your vulnerabilities, okay? Taking advantage. But anyway, so they go along with this narrative, and that's what they spread. They spread the lies. They tell people, oh, well, I remember when she ain't had this, or I remember when he ain't had that. So, you know, at a point in time before you popped out, like some of y'all have just done, there were people that, you know, they might not have known you, but they kind of took what this person said, this other outside person said for gospel, and they used that to kind of make this judgment about you. Maybe even causing you to come up as that 9 of that 8 of swords. But what ends up happening is the truth always prevails. And then they see you as this Queen of Wands, this Ace of Wands, and this World card. And that's why this person is so mad. I don't know, this is so weird. But the way your energy pops up, you prove people wrong. And people that might not have liked you, not that you probably give a fuck, but people that might not have liked you, or that might have had a certain outlook on you due to what someone else has told them, that has changed. Like, there are people actually seeing you and they're like, damn, like, I can't believe Stephanie said that she was like a bitch, like, or that she was broke. Like, she don't look broke now. Like, she don't look like a bum to me. Like, it's like, I don't know, like, you really kill the negative narrative. Like, once you leave, because I feel like when you leave and once you remove yourself, you boss the fuck up. And even if you don't boss the fuck up, what it's giving is, it's almost like when you're around these energies, this is like very specific, things become foggy, they become distorted. It's almost like you're going through a fun house. Like, they're the fun house you go through and the mirror starts to distort. You got the kaleidoscope effect. But it's like, once you remove yourself from that fun house, there's no more distorting it. It's like, there's no more. Like, damn, like, we had our chance. Or like, even like a haunted house. Like, you know, they're scaring you. They're trying to put fear in you. But once you leave the house, it's like, okay, damn, the fun is over. So that's how this death card is coming up to me, because I asked, like, how has your absence felt? And it's the death card. It's life-changing. It's felt deeply, but it's almost like a bitter energy. People become very bitter when you leave or when you remove yourself, because once you leave somebody's life, you never backslide. You might have been vulnerable when they were in your life, but once you've moved on, honey, you never backslide. It's always a glow up. People want you to be in a worse position without them, and you're not. It doesn't work like that with you, okay? And I feel like this, I can't describe it, but this death card is like, it's just like a dead end for these people. It's like, I don't know, this is a bitter ass energy. I don't like this, because I feel like they try to really throw dirt on your name, you know, ruin the reputation. Or there's just like, regardless of whether they tell you this or not, they really don't want to see you do well. I don't care if this is romantic interest or not. There's like a real bitter energy, and it could just be where they're at right now. But once you leave, it's like they don't have another, like, they can't play with you no more. Like, there's no, like, you're not their chew toy anymore. There's like, they got to find another energy source. And once you go, they start to realize just how fucked up and insecure they really are. And I love this for them and you, because this is what allows those that want to develop themselves to change. You cause a major change and a major shift. You are a big ass slap in the face, Pile 2. Especially when people doubt you and then they realize you're really the shit. Slap! It's like, that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. People are bitter about your absence. But let me pause this because I gotta switch batteries. Give me 1 second. All right, Pile 2, I'm back. So I had to switch my battery, but this is like a very, it's almost like I don't give a fuck energy, but I obviously can feel the tenderness from y'all. But it's like, once you're done, this is almost coming from a perspective that you do not give a fuck about keeping this connection in your life, and you are fine. When you leave, you're done. That leaves a lot of people bitter. And like I said, for some of you guys, it's coming through that you may be the drama. Now, what I mean by that, you may come off as the person that was being selfish, or like you guys are very selective with your energy. If you don't want to be involved no more, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter if the person did something to you or not. If you don't want to be there, you don't want to be there. If you don't want to talk, you don't want to talk. I get you. You know what I'm saying? So you leave a lot of people bitter. Some people look at you as you're the enemy. Like, it comes through like that, regardless of what has happened. And the reason why it leaves people so bitter is because these individuals feel like you've done something to them, or there's just this vibe that they just don't want you to do well because they're a hater. But, you know, it's almost like if you get, if let's say if there's an ex that cheated on you, or maybe they just didn't want the relationship no more. You know, that's totally up to them. That's their prerogative. But you feel like they should pay for that. So, you know, when you see them out and about, they're doing well. They're not paying for shit, not the way you want them to. That can be like a hard pill to swallow. It's like, wow, so this motherfucker doing good. That's the vibe you guys have. You guys do good regardless. So when we get into the specifics of how is your absence felt, we do have the Ace of Cups, the Emperor, Leave It All Behind Place, which is the Eight of Cups. Why am I reading that? Ace of Cups, the Emperor, Eight of Cups. I keep wanting to read this one. So the Eight of Cups is very much so a vibe, okay? The Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, Temperance, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. This is so funny. There's like this inspiration / role model / bitter / angry type of vibe. So first of all, with this Ace of Cups, I don't know why this is coming through, but when you leave, things just get better. Like if you leave a friend group, you get better friends. If you leave a relationship, you get a better relationship. If you leave a job, you get a better job. You seem very happy when you're away. This person has a hard time with the fact that you have grown up and that you are doing better than where you were with them. That is noticed. That's what makes them look back and be like, damn, like ever since this person has left my life, they've been bossing up. Like, so am I the drama? I don't know. It's so weird. With the Wheel of Fortune, people think things just work out for you. It really, like, whoever these people are, they're very, I don't like their energy, because it seems like when you're being blessed, or when there's this sense of luck, things just working in your favor, when that happens for you, these individuals or whoever you came here for takes it personal. They take it as a specific hit towards themselves. Ew. So with this Emperor card, when you are in your power, especially if you guys are asking for like someone that you know is a textbook narcissist, okay? Just saying, they don't like to see you in control, okay? When you leave, you're in control. It's very unexpected. I feel like it's unexpected because when you're dealing with someone that is it's almost like, okay, have you guys ever seen The Incredibles? I know. Stay with me. But you remember Jack Jack? Everybody thought Jack Jack was just his little baby, all innocent, didn't have no powers, was normal as fuck. Girl, Jack Jack got the most powers. Like, that's what it gives. Or you guys would be, what's her name, Anya? The girl from the Umbrella Academy. They thought she was normal. It was like pushing her to the side, thought she was all weak and frail. The most powerful one. That's y'all. So it's very unexpected. And whatever foundational outlook they built on you that helped give them a sense of self-esteem or help them to feel in control, once that shit breaks, it's broken, okay? You guys have a lot of spiritual protection around you as well. I do think when you leave, especially for those that are into the craft, honey, things happen to these people that are like, whoa, like they always equate it back to you, like things come back to bite them in the ass. And I also feel like there's this eloquence about you that they just cannot, like they could be bitter all they want, but I don't see you guys being petty. Like when I feel your energy is moved on. Eight of Cups. You had a lot of, like you put a lot into this. You were there. You know, you dealt with, you know, the vibe, whether it was bad or not. You did what you could in the situation, but once you left, you know, I just hear somebody saying there's no love lost, but I'm done. Like, it's like you could care about somebody, you could move on without talking shit. It's just when you're done, you're done. Like there are some people that I just don't want to fuck with you, but you know, it's not no beef. That's what it's giving. People have a hard time with that because it's like when you go, you're very mature. You just do you. You don't want to talk, but it's like it's really no beef. They're stuck on you, okay? But there's like they're bitter about it. And then we got this Ace of Pentacles. I do feel like I don't know why, but when you see how that Ace of Wands, we got the Ace of Wands right here, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. When you leave, I don't know if it's actually happening or if people are, like I said, that funhouse effect where it's like they're not seeing you clearly when you're around and close, but when you leave, now they're seeing things clearly. I don't know. Or it could just actually be shit is working out for you. You just have this new fresh energy. You're seen. People see you. You're a threat. You look very successful. You look new. You look brand new. Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of watching and scoping how life is working in your favor. There's a lot of like, wow, they got that job, or wow, they got new money. Wow, they're actually independent. I don't know. It's so fucking weird. And then we got this Knight of Swords. See, they was more comfortable with you being a slouch. Some of y'all had a really hard time speaking up for yourself with these energies. So if they were to ever come near you, newfound voice that you have, people have an issue with that. They have an issue that you stand up for yourself. Some of you guys, you have, even if you're not talking to this person, if they have tried to come for you, you let them know real quick. It's like, the thing about you is you have a very sweet side, and like, it's like sweet. It's super sweet. So sweet. Cavity sweet. But then you have this other side to you, and it's like, whew, listen, it's almost like the fire and the ice. I don't know. Or like, I don't know. It's just so, like, you ever meet people like when they're sweet, but when they're like mad or when they're like done with you, it's like a whole nother vibe. People will start to question whether you was even their friend, whether you was even with them. Did you even love me? Like, it's that type of energy. So let's see. I just want to ask, why the Knight of Swords for my pile 2? And some of these people just can't help themselves. There's always like this is what's so weird about this. Like, it almost, your energy is so separated from this other vibe. Like, whoever these people are, your energy is very separated from them. But yet they're always watching you. When you, like, the effect that you have on people, like from, I don't want to say from your past, but that you walk away from, is that they always feel like they have to lurk, watch, gossip, bring you up. And it's just like, for what? Obsessed. Like, oh my gosh, this is so weird. Why the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Fool? Okay, so tell me, if you guys are in a new connection or have, oh, the Chariot, a lot of major arcana here. So there could be a lot of talk about, it's like there's a lot of talk about what you've moved on to, whether it's connections, friends, new opportunities, this confidence, this new car, new you, new everything. I don't know. It's like a newfound power. They talk about that all the time. And for some of them, they discuss it in a way of like, oh, who she thinks she is or who he think he is. But then there's also this vibe. Let me see. Is there someone that wants to be back in my pile 2's life? Dang. Now, these are energies you have to watch when you have somebody that's like this envious, but they still have like this want to be in your life. 3 of Swords. Okay, tell me. 5 of Wands. I was just about to say, because I was looking at the top of this card and I see those 2 lions up there. Yeah. And we have the 5 of Wands. It's like a very competitive energy. This is, I don't like this. This reminds me of this one girl that I was friends with that I had to get rid of. There was just like this, like, I cared about her, but she was very vindictive. Like the stuff that she did with other people. And it was just like, it was like you could never really trust what she was doing. She was always talking about the people she was with, doing real shady stuff. Like, I'm talking about real shady shit. And it was just like, what's going on with her? I don't know. It was just like real weird. And then the 5 of Wands, like very competitive energy. So I don't know, but it's almost like maybe you were this person's only friend, or maybe this person has a background to where they're always in the survival mode. It's like there's a toxic vibe here, and only a toxic individual will be able to understand this, or someone that's in that frame of mind. It's almost like they equate a certain way of behavior, or they equate a certain behavior and dynamic in a connection to love and to what it should be, but it's real fucked up, okay? It's like, no, this is not how friends treat each other, or no, this is not how this is gonna go. So there's definitely sorrow here, but it's like a pain that is not just sad. It's mad. It's like, it's very, like I said, I keep going back to this word of vindictive. All I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't talk to this person. I said that in power 1, but this is different. Like this is some very spiteful ass energy, and we have the 8 of Swords. So how they saw you is now where they're at. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have the 9 of Swords for y'all, but the 8 of Swords. So there's a lot of revelation around who really is the insecure one here. They thought you was a slouch. It's like, nah, who's really the slouch? So when you go, it really highlights their own shit that they need to work on. Damn, okay. So let's move on into this. So I had to ask about some like text messages, like things that they would want to say so I could get the vibe, because I was actually very confused, but now that I'm talking, it's making a lot of sense. Someone's name could be Serena. We have It's Hard Being Just Friends. Spike, so we have 2 S's, that's the name. You're so cold, this silence is killing me. Whoo, when you go, you go. You go. Let's go. Go, 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 go. I'm F-R-E-E. Nigga. Oh, I stopped on the F and just to say nigga. Okay. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm up, nigga free. I'm about to listen to that and take a walk. Okay? It's giving. Some of you guys are born in the wintertime. Some of you guys could live by a beach. With this, it's hard just to be friends. For those of you whose situation isn't as, oh my gosh. Hold up, there's a name coming through. Maria, wait. There is a name coming through. Give me a second. One of my Patreons. I'm sorry, not one of my Patreons. One of my patrons. Girl, are you in the chat? Eva, are you in the chat? Let me tell you. Some of you guys, this person, there's this vibe where I feel like, I don't know, they could even be in another connection, or they could like, it's almost like it makes sense why you have decided to keep this person at a distance. But for them, it's like they want their cake and they want to eat it too. Because I just thought back to this one girl. It's like, she wanted my friend's man, even though they were in a relationship. And she would just, I don't know, it's like, you know, obviously, I mean, in a sense, you can't have them, but it's like you're still just trying to really push the boundary. Or this could be someone that already has stuff going on, or they've already done you wrong, and it's very, like, it's very blatant on why the fuck you're not talking to them, but yet they're still like, they still feel entitled to your attention, and I don't know, it's so fucking weird. Anyway, we have Daisy. I can't stand the distance between us, so they don't like that. But it's so crazy because there is this, I don't like that we're not in the same vicinity, but if you were in the same vicinity with this person, honey, they only want you there because it's almost like they like bullying you. They like beating up on you. Oh, let me not say that. I'm sorry. For anyone that's in a DV, I'm sorry. I ain't mean it like that, but they like to make you their like punching bag, low key, high key. It's like, it's not for the right reasons. Ugh. Jalissa, I spent way too much time waiting for you. Now, for some of you guys, if you were the drama and you were the one that was kind of playing around, or what I feel like happened here is that you have a vibe to you that can come off as love bombing, or even just, you know, very romantic. I know that was like a kind of weird tie-in, but people can get very obsessed with your energy. Even if you tell them that you don't want a relationship, or you're just, you know, you're just here to have fun, they like to distort what you've already said. You're a very honest individual. So then they end up, you know, trying to make a commitment out of something that you already said was not going to be a commitment. And now they're like, I spent way too much time waiting for you. So I also feel like you have a way of teaching people how to value themselves, how to walk away. So if people have walked away from you because you weren't serious, I feel like that's something else you're also meant to do, or something that you did for this person. But let's see, we have nostalgia, 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So I had asked like what you do for people, or like what's the vibe. People are very nostalgic about you. Like you're someone that is not forgotten. And a lot of people, no matter how many times they like to go back to the past, it's like there's a big comparison around who you were back then with this Knight of Pentacles to where you're at now with this 9 of Pentacles. Very independent, very controlled, very in your power. And you're on your way to like a legacy of success. That's how these people see you. And then we have this over here. Let me pull these cards that I got. Some of the other words that I got through, and we can both, you know, me and you, we can both use our intuition to see what this means. I might see something else, you might see something, you know, different. But we have hot and cold inconsistency, victim mentality, can't cope, won't cope. There's a lot of projection here. So I feel like they might have seen you like this, but now they're starting to, there's like a hardcore truth of, damn, this whole time I thought it was them, it's really me. Ah, damn. We have peaked already. Their glory days are over. Yeah, honey, this could be someone, let me tell you, these could be people that actually bullied you. There's a lot of doubting you here. Have you ever looked back at some of the people that like bullied you back in high school and like now they're like dingy as fuck? They were so mean back then. They were like dingy as fuck now. Not that there's anything wrong with having kids, you guys, but they got a lot of kids or they're just dingy, you know, and there's nothing to do with the kids, but it really seems like that. It seems like their prime days were back in middle school or back in high school. When they were, when you were around, there was like, they were in their prime, but it's like, nah, you were just getting started. And some of these people have been stuck right where they're at. Their prime was a long time ago that they hate it. We have love bomb, emotional drama queen. Some people could say that you're super dramatic with how you left. So if you had every right to do what it is that you did in order to get away from this person, you know, stand on that. But this person feels like you're going overboard. But really, are you, or are they just, you know, delusional? Okay. We also have intimidation, causing worry and triggering fear. So the people that are actually in this bitter ass energy are actually low-key, high-key scared of you. They're very intimidated by you. You're a threat. You're like one of those people that people count out when really they need to be watching the fuck out of you. Okay. So let me pull one more from my pile too. Oh, okay, man. Oh shit, we have rewritten history, burn the books. So I could see that as many different things. Like I said, people are comfortable with who you were back in the day. They like to stay there. But where you're at now in this glow up is the fire to all that bullshit that they tried to spread, or to anything about your past reputation that you might not want to hold on to. No one could stay there when it comes to you. They could try if they want to be comfortable there, but where you're at now and your glow up and this level up, this light, it burns all that other shit the fuck down. Okay. I also feel like there's a lot of, I'm not going to say regret. It's not coming through as regret because this energy is just so bitter and petty that I just don't even know if they even know how to spell regret or empathy at this point. But let me see. Rewritten history. I just feel like there's a lot of, I don't know why people just, how you've leveled up is really making people mad as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like whatever your reputation was before or however they've met you, it was giving weak to them, and now you're like strong.com honky kong. It's like it's big. Okay, it's giving bodybuilder. It's giving that. So let me see. Rewritten history. Girl, these nails, I gotta get used to them. Give me a second. I gotta go through this book. Okay. Oh, it's in alphabetical order. Here we go. I'm gonna just read it. Books possess a magic greater than the sum of their parts. From society's earliest documentation, efforts to immortalize and pass on lessons learned can be found stenciled on the walls of prehistoric caves, hinted at in art. Masonry, tools, clothing, architecture, and most importantly, books. I don't know why this just came through, but there was something about you that people thought were was probably like really weird or offbeat, misunderstood, but not in a way like how people are trying to like glorify or glamorize being weird now. It's like they were like kind of like disturbed by it, but now they're like thinking back and they're like, damn, like they were onto something. They were ahead of their time. So anyway, regardless of the language, they are a hollowed clue of the intricate web connecting us all through time and space. It's almost like a hindsight is 2020. Totalitarian regimens or regimes often target culture, specifically literature, because we are a people who understand ourselves through a story. All literature is dangerous to an authority that fears the free flow of ideas. A population cannot be controlled without also controlling the information it consumes. More than a fundamental repression of ideas, the erasure, oh Lord, I hope I'm saying that right. The erasure of a people's history, culture, and humanity is a step towards erasing the peoples themselves. Ooh, what can be so dangerous in a book or about a truth that will call for its annihilation? Oh, people saw you as a threat from the jump. Because why would they be so, I don't know who y'all are, let me know down below, because why are people so big on trying to destroy you? It's because you're a threat. Oh my gosh. Anyway, like your independence and your, like, whatever it is about you guys is very threatening to other people. You don't go with the flow at all. Let me see, where was I at? Okay. Under what circumstances would a highly intelligent nation burn its books? Under what conditions might a highly intelligent person rewrite their history? Even you, perhaps, in this instance, okay? Keep receipts for everyone's sake. Ooh. Some of y'all, if you were thinking about deleting something, don't delete it. Keep that shit, because you might need it for later. There's just a real big energy about proving a point and a big revelation to you and even these other people on who the fuck you really are, and them noticing and becoming bitter, but also you noticing so that you don't, like, you noticing who you are and being able to not now take things personal. Or it's almost like when you know your energy and your power, it really amplifies things for you. Now you know how to combat that bitter ass energy. Now you know what the fuck is going on. You're in the know. You're in the know. Say it with me down below. Pile 2 if you made it this far. You are in the know. You gotta do your hands like that. Do the emoji with the hands like this. You're in the know, okay? So yes, pile 2, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down. Wow. Pile 3. We have a very different vibe here. So my last pile, it was kind of fluctuating between a specific person and just in general. Yours is coming through as a specific person. However, if you came here just in general, you know, do you, but I'm not gonna lie, this is a specific person for a lot of you. And if that's not the case, then there's just this general energy. I feel this in my chest, okay? So let me tell you the scenario that I'm getting. This is a very specific pile. I'm actually getting a specific scenario, right? Somebody feels like you are now too good for them, okay? You have a bougie life. It's giving luxury. Damn, my chest. I feel this. This person is hurting. They're actually very sad about this. You're doing better without them. Like, you're doing better without them. But it almost seems like you're too good for them. Like, you're in this place of optimism, healing, stardom for even some of you guys. You're doing way better without them. My chest. Okay, so let me start up here. If y'all watch the other piles, I did not do it like this at all. But for y'all, it was coming through so differently. Like, some of the questions that I was being told to ask you guys was, first of all, how is this person currently feeling about you? Like, what's their current energy towards you? Why do they feel that way? And then asking, so how are they affected? So I was already getting this very stiff energy, because if you look at this person, they seem a little snooty. They got their nose up. They're like, So at first I was already getting that your person is mad. And I kind of got that with pile 2 too, but this is different. This is like a sulking, mad energy. And it's sad energy. And I also feel like that snootiness can come from y'all. It's like, oh, I'm good. I'm too good for this situation. Something that was very fated happened that ended up disrupting this connection, but also it gave this person clarity. I feel like this is somebody that you guys have been disconnected from for a while. But for whatever reason, while we're picking up on their energy, it seems like they've recently gotten clarity on you. The way it's coming through is you could have this person blocked. They could have recently just blocked you, but they definitely want you, pile 3. Like, they want to be in your life. They want your friendship. They want your vibe again. They miss you. Don't get it twisted. But it almost seems like with this Ace of Swords and this 2 of Swords, I keep hearing, I have to move on. I don't have a choice. Some of you guys, this person has tried to reach out to you. They've tried to talk to you, and you're in a new connection. You have a whole nother life going on right now. And there's just this sad ass energy in their chest. My chest feels so heavy right now. but they're clear. And it's not that it's funny, but whatever happened between y'all, it was meant to happen. And whatever is going on with them right now that has led them into this Two of Swords, Ace of Swords energy, this was a destined revelation, okay? Some of you guys, there was like a revealing of where they were the problem. Or let me keep it general. It almost seems like they've been holding on to hope. Whoever this person is, like, my chest feels so weird. They've been holding on to hope with you, and something is happening currently. Like I said, they could be reaching out. They could see that you're with somebody else. It just seems like you guys are just so far gone and life is just looking better. You're happier. You're making more money. Some of you guys have moved, and I almost feel like these tears coming from behind my eyes. It's like that welling of, I don't know, it's just like this, I have to move on. It's almost like someone feels like they're forced to have to move on from you. That's how they feel about you. They're trying to block out their emotions, but there's a lot of emotions here. They don't agree with whoever you have in your life right now. They don't agree with the fact that you guys are done. Some of you, this is someone that you were having a hard time walking away from, but you finally just said, you know what, enough is enough, and you have not looked back since. And they could have recently tried to reach out to you and you still just didn't even say shit. And this person, it's like a bitter energy, but it's way different than what I was describing in pile 2. If you watch that pile, it's like very sad. This person's guilty about something, or they may have done something that led to this. Like, I just heard my own demise. Like, they did this to themselves. That's what I'm picking up on, or that's how they feel. I don't think this is gonna be a long pile, okay? Honestly, you guys, this person is actually very sad about what happened between y'all. And it's less just about how the absences felt. It's more about how this person is literally not doing that great. Like, they have to, this is almost giving me, you know how when people have to cut, like, just stop cold turkey? Like, they just stop. Like, that's how this person is feeling. It's almost like there's this desperate need to just move on. But the way that they're trying to move on, it's like, this is the type of vibe. Oh, my phone just went off. This is almost giving me the energy where someone is just so hurt about a situation that they just have to block them. They have to get away. They're telling their friends, don't bring that person's name up. Don't say nothing about them. Anything that reminds them of you, they're trying to get away from it. They're like, they got their blindfold on. They're like, no. But they feel so much for you, pile 3. So let me tell you, I asked about how does your absence affect them, and so many cards came out. We have the 3 of Swords, the Page of Cups, the King of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign, the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, 7 of Swords. I pulled all these because it's a story, and I could tell it in like I could tell a short one. Let me tell you, they are hurt. This 3 of Swords is hurt. Some of them may have felt like, it's almost giving me the energy of they didn't think, dang, this is emotional. Oh my God. Like, I can see this person trying to talk to you and their eyes kind of glisten. I'm not saying they're gonna cry, but they didn't think that you were gonna have the effect that you've had on them, and they didn't think that you guys were actually gonna be done. With this 3 of Swords, there could have been an expectation where it was like, well, all I gotta do is apologize to pile 3 and they'll understand. Didn't happen like that. I'll get over pile 3, you know, it's whatever, like, they'll be back. Nope, didn't happen. So what happens is they start to reach out to you, maybe even apologize. You might have accepted the apology, but it's like, okay, I heard your apology. I might even forgave you, but that doesn't mean I want to talk to you. They have tried to date other people, possibly a water sign, someone that's younger than them. For some of them, I don't know why this came through, maybe even, it's almost like they want a sense of control. I don't know why that came through. I'm not trying to go that route. But anyway, and they've been heavily focusing on their career, okay? Some of them have reached a point where they're doing pretty good in career. They got some, you know, some accolades, you know what I'm saying? There's some good things happening for them, but what does it mean if you're not there, pile 3? They don't have you there to talk to. They don't have you there to cheer them on. It's like they may have certain things going for them in life, but they're not happy. 3 of Wands. Forced to move on. They've been forced to have to expand past you. Some of you guys even felt like you had to move on. And you might have been in the energy that they're in now. And once you got to that point where you reached that desperate need to just move on and really block them out, you've really moved on and you're so far gone. And it's like now all of a sudden they're seeing you. I just saw somebody rip their blindfold off and they're like, damn, they're really gone. Waiting too long to say something. Some of them feel like they've been keeping their mouth shut too long. Like the way this guy looks, his lips is just so tight. And obviously he feeling some type of way, but it's so much inner energy. So this person had a chance to talk to you, to possibly change the dynamic of this scenario, but they did not take it. Pride may have gotten in the way or whatever the fuck. They kept quiet. This is almost giving me the energy when you see somebody wanting to talk in a movie or like tell their side, but instead they just say nothing. Like this person shuts down. Like they're a shutdowny. When they get upset, and instead of speaking, they just sit there. And that's kind of where they were. But like, it's giving the vibe that if we just made an example of someone, like you and this person being in the same room, you're like, okay, so are you gonna say anything? You try and try, then you're like, okay, forget it. Once you walk out the room though, like they might still be tight-lipped while you're in there, but once you walk out the room, this person, it's like, I can see them busting out crying or just being like, or there's just a lot of regret. Why is my chest feeling like this? This person too, if you were to see them, it's like they wouldn't say it. Like I just feel like they've had an opportunity to say all of this, but they didn't. So it's a lot of I just have to rub my chest. Like there's a lot of pent up energy and almost just like so much that has been building up behind the surface. And it's like this person, like what the hell are you waiting for? This is actually pretty sad. Because some of you guys have actually moved on. You may be married now in another connection. You could have been waiting for this person, but it's like, nah. You guys have moved into a new home, moved into a new area. You have currently experienced life, or what I'm picking up on is that you guys are in a place where you have experienced life past this person. So you no longer feel like you have to be around them. It's not no codependent energy anymore. You remember, because sometimes when we get with people, we get very codependent and then we forget that there was once a life without them. But it's like you guys are no longer in that energy. You see what life has to offer. You see that there's better energy around you. And there was just too many slights in this connection. Maybe just too many false starts, too much lies, deception for some of you guys, pain, selfishness, or even if that wasn't the case, whatever happened, this person feels like you slighted them when I feel like they actually slighted you, or they did this to themselves. There's a lot of self-sabotaging here. This person can have the mentality like, I'm gonna get you before you get me. And yeah, you played yourself. So now with this 9 of Cups, this person could have been in a very selfish or sneaky energy, but the tables have now turned, okay? So I know we're here for like, how has your absence felt? But it's more so like, this is the best way I could describe it. It's just where they're at currently. There's a lot of trying to preserve their reputation when it comes to you, but that literally bit them in the ass. Now they're like this person that's always trying to see what's going on. They're haunted by you. It's almost like this game that they're playing. It's like you removed yourself. You're like, okay, cool, I don't want to play no more. But this person has not noticed that you left the building. Or it's like there's this noticing, but they don't want to face that. There's a lot of lying to themselves. But they see you right now in a place of power, and you just seem so much happier without them. And they are so sad about it. That's how this is affecting them. I'm not going to lie. It's not your fault. But how your absence has affected this person, it's affecting like their back, like right there behind the back, and then also like the chest. Like I'm getting like a lot of heart chakra being closed up, like a lot of stiffness in the chest and like my back. Oh my gosh, like this person could even be struggling with back pain. For a lot of you guys, you could have been like their stability, almost like their backbone in a sense, and maybe they took that for granted, but honey, they're sad as fuck. This would be like the energy of someone that has all the money but no love. It's like other things in their life are working out really good. This person could have like shoulder length hair, or they could be like even a male with hair, doesn't matter. But whoo, honey, they feel shifty. Not like shifty like sneaky, but like their energy is just, you know, when they achieve something, it like they feel like that's gonna help them move on from the pain, but it doesn't. It's short gratification, short-term gratification. With this Seven of Swords, I do feel like there is this distorted view on how you are sneaky, you betrayed them, or there could even be these times where they get into this energy where they just want to get you back. It's not giving as vindictive as pile 2. Some of you guys might want to watch pile 2 just to kind of compare, but you don't have to. Let me try to articulate it. It just seems like I do feel like this person is trying to get information on you, but I also feel like they have these times where they want to get you back. Not just get you back in their life. I'm talking about get they lick back on you, however that may look. It's like they want to say, like, I'll show her, I'll show him. But that opportunity, like from what I'm seeing, like you guys seem so far gone from this person. Like you may think about, like sometimes you might entertain the thought of like, oh, what if I did answer their text, or what if I did go back? But some of y'all know, let me just call it out, honey. You be boo-boo the foo-foo, okay? If you went back, it's like, you know, I could think about that, but what really would I be gaining? Like what really is going to happen? I can literally hear someone say like, okay, I text back, then what? They just gonna be like, oh, how are you? Even though we haven't talked for like 1.5 years. It's like they don't got nothing else to say. They don't want nothing. They just want to know that I'm still there. And you guys, y'all are blocked off too from this. But honey, they miss you. They see you in all your glory. Like a lot of you guys have grown up since then with attire, with how you take care of yourself. You look very bougie, you look very put together. Body's looking nice. There's been a glow up with the body in some way, shape, or form. There's a lot of love around you. It just seems like life is going fucking good, okay? You don't give this person no attention, no airtime. Living rent-free, can't get you out my mind. They think about you all the time. It's not even just you're haunting them. This is like a repetitive. It's not just it comes and goes. This is like a repetitive, like you're always on their mind, at least at this time. Admiring from afar, they can look, but they can't touch. Some of you guys are already taken, or there's just this energy of you cannot be around pile 3. You've done enough damage. This person is kind of like a sulking energy. Like, I keep thinking of this one person I know that's Capricorn. They're very sulky. Like, they can have a victim mentality, or there's just like this woe is me type of energy, or they just had this way of like switching the dynamic to fit their narrative. And maybe you fell for that for a while, but now you're like holding this person accountable and you're like, fuck that, okay? We also have secret stash, stockpiling away. Okay, so like I said, glowing up. Money might be looking low on y'all, but also they feel like you kept stuff from them. You ever see those memes where it shows like how she looked? It'll say like how she looked when she was with me, how she looks now that we broke up. And it's like this big ass glow up where the girl looked bummy when she was with the person, you know, because she was comfortable. And then like once they broke up, it's like the boss came out, like nails done, hair done, everything did, very girly. They feel like there's certain parts of yourself that are starting to show more of your personality that you've kept away from them. But for a lot of you guys, it's really not that you kept it away, it's that you didn't feel comfortable showing that side, or there just wasn't an opportunity to even get there with this person because of all the bullshit they were doing. Let me see, girl, the feeling that I have in my back, it's like a very tight feeling in my back, in my chest. Idiot. I just gotta say that. Because like whoever this is, I feel like they did this to themselves. This was not your fault. And some of you guys really cared about this person, and you probably spent a lot of time investing in them. You probably waited a long time for them to get their shit together. They let me tell you, pile 3, they did this shit to themselves. You know, I would tell you if it was you, you know I would. No, they did this shit to themselves. Let's just call a spade a spade. So what else? Let me just see, what do they want to say to my pile 3? I'm gonna do you guys a spread a little different if you don't mind. Okay. I do believe that's the Queen of Wands, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it? Fuck! I gotta learn my little element. I really think it is. Let me see. Fire, element, symbol. I'm sorry, I'm still learning these. Symbol, isn't it like a, let me see, let me keep this right here. Oh, I lied, it's Earth, that's the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so we got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh yeah, because air is the one with the line. Okay, got it. Okay. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we also have, I do believe this is the Knight of Wands. Or would this be the Page of Wands? This might be the Knight or the Page of Wands. Probably the Page. Oh, wow. Okay, so, wow. This person does not feel on your level. They're coming up as like a page and you're coming up as like a queen. Regardless of the gender, you just have it together and they feel very small compared to you. I think it's really starting to show up just how immature this person is or just how much they're lacking. And I think that's what you guys started to notice about them. There was a lot of maybe being around this person, dating this person due to potential. You saw the potential on them. You could see the future with this energy. Some of you guys could be water signs. You could also be an air sign. There's a lot of air energy coming through here. But, you know, the truth comes out and y'all were like, wow, this person is really immature. Like this person really is like, a detriment to themselves, and I'm growing and this person almost seems to be stagnant. Oh. Very victim mentality mindset. What do they want to say? Three of Pentacles, they want to get back together. This person wants to get back with you. They want to be back around you. They want to fix things. They want to work with you, be a part of your life. For some of you guys, I mean, depending on the situation, like they could come to you with an idea and be like, hey, you know, I think you should start this, or we should do this together. Like y'all talked about something specific, possibly if this has to do with a project and they like want to do that with you. But really what it's coming down to is they want to come back to your life. Some of them want to seek counseling so that y'all could like patch things up. Regardless of the fact, they want to recounsel. There's a lot of sadness here. All right, I'm giving you the floor, pile three's person. So let's talk about it. Don't try to hide now. Okay. So, give me a second. Is this supposed to be the Lover's card? Okay. Pile three. I'm about to get super specific with this pile if you don't mind. The Six of Cups. I knew it. With that Lover's card, this person, when they met you, I do think they possibly met you at a time where they were not ready for you at all. Not that that's your fault or maybe even their fault. It happened, but regardless of the fact, they mishandled this situation. Some of them were still connected to an ex, still hung up on the past. Whether it be the trauma from the past and then taking that out on the connection, victim mentality, or even just still healing from an ex, still going back and forth with an ex. And I feel like you were the guiding light in this situation and they ended up burning you in the process for someone else that I feel like they're probably not even with right now. And they want to tell you about that. Yep. Damn, you guys, the Nine of Swords. They feel very lost without you guys. Oh, wow. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. I can see somebody trying to reach for you with this hand. And it's like failed communication, thoughts that I just can't say, thoughts that I know aren't, like I shouldn't say that. Some of them even know that if they were even to say something to you, it's the audacity. Like they know. Wow. Damn. How is your absence being felt to this person? Oh man. The Five of Swords in reverse. Yo, this is crazy. And we had the Five of Swords over here. So I feel like they ebb and flow between being the victim and then understanding exactly what they did, okay? And knowing that this is their fault. It's very hard for them to really, this is sad. I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard for them to really sit back and be like, this is really my fault. Because when something's your fault, that's hard to deal with because you did this shit. They kind of flow through trying to blame you. But there's a lot of, and you'll know, You'll know if it's just this person. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to just put everything on them, but a lot of them, this is their fault. This is their fault. They did this. Yeah, they're definitely not over you. We have the World card in reverse. They're not over you at all. Can you tell me more about this Five of Swords in reverse? They should have never treated you like this, pile 3. This person really regrets how they treated you. We have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, they do not like the fact that you are not talking to them. Things seem to have slowed down in their life. I do think they might even be falling out with that other third party. They could even be broken off from them for some of you. They probably have lost a lot of the people in their life. There's a lot of sadness here, maybe even isolation, fallouts with people, and impulsive behavior, being slowed down. It's just like a real, like they might be that type of person that if they have to get over something, they're not really used to dealing with their emotions, so they do the most. And a lot of the stuff that they may try to do to heal themselves, you know, it may seem valid to them because that's what they know, but it's actually very toxic, okay? But again, it's like, can you blame them if they don't really know and they've never experienced this before? Like, they're just looking for the next best thing that's going to help them to feel better. And I think they're starting to recognize where the changes need to be made. And I think you guys kind of represented that growth for them. But there was something I wanted to say. This is sad. This is really sad. Oh my gosh. Okay. There was something else I was going to say. Let me come back to it. They really do want you back. They want to do better for you. Yeah, they feel like if anyone was going to be played, it shouldn't have been you. They are not sitting well with that. So a lot of you guys, who you were to this person, it's a very pure energy. And like whoever this is, they know they did you wrong. They don't like to deal with that. Like when they sit too long in that accountable energy where they're like, this is my fault, they have to do something. They can't stay there too long. This is very painful for them. Woo. What else does pile 3 need to know about this person? I gotta definitely take a walk after this. We have the Sun. You make me happy. This person is currently trying to rebuild themselves, but they still are very attracted to you. They still want you. They still think about you sexually. They still talk about you. Damn, my head is hurting. They could even see you as the sun, this star energy, that Aquarius, Leo type of vibe. They grab towards you. You are the light for them. But for a lot of you guys, it's turned into a lot of energy vamping. I kind of talked about this in pile 1, but it's a different vibe. I like this reading. This pile, like every pile was like a different vibe. It wasn't too similar, but it had its similarities. Okay, last messages. Strength card. Some of them, there's somebody here that feels like they were not there for you, how you were there for them. That is really eating them up. This shit is eating them the fuck up because there's like this recognition around, damn, pile 3 is really strong as fuck. Like, I'm barely able to deal with my emotions right now, and they literally carried on so much along with my bullshit. Woo! I don't want to stay in this energy too long because it actually really is sad. It's not your fault. Pile 3, don't you feel bad? This is on them. They need to feel this shit. But this shit is eating them fucking up, okay? How does this person feel about pile 3, or like, how is it affecting them? Their absence. We have believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. So if this person is acting like everything is okay, it's not. If this person is let me tell you, don't believe just like how this card says, don't believe everything that you hear and only believe half of what you see. This person is not over you and they are not okay. They are not okay, okay? There are different layers to this individual. Some of them may even be coming to a point where they feel like they have to seek therapy. This person could be a therapist or do something in psychology, or that could be their major. Because we have this vision PSD, and I don't know why I just saw vision PhD. They could be an eye doctor. I don't know. They could wear glasses, contacts. Doesn't have to be. We have 30. They could be 30. They could have been number 30 or 77 in a sport. They could like to use Word docs or be a computer geek or write things, or you could have met them in school. This person, I'm gonna air them out real quick. they have notes about you. Like, you know how people have iPhones and you can make notes and, you know, have like little checkpoints or like what you want to say. Like, they have, like, in their notes, there's shit about you in there. Like, possibly like what they would say to you. And, girl, the tea of it all. Let me put one more message before we end this reading. This is sad. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? How does pile 3 affect this person or their absence? How does it affect this person? We have rebirth. Yeah. I will say, if anybody's gonna change this person to become a better person, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you disconnecting yourself, okay? Yeah. You've changed this person. We need to talk, but not through text. This person wants to see you in person. Their name could start with an A. We have Ava. We also have our chemistry was primal. Genesis. This person could also be a Gemini. So the name Genesis, Ava, so letter G. One more thing that they might want to say, or like, what's the vibe of this? Oh shit. This person could actually be working out. Okay, now that's way too much. Let's pipe down. Okay, let's see. No, too fast. This person, let me see. You will always have my heart, Tabitha, so the letter T. And then we also have Whitney. I've matured so much. Let me show you Whitney. Wow. We're gonna end it there. Woo! So yes, pile 3. That was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments.